Hello everyone, my name is Sabine and I'm the Community Engagement Officer at Timberland District Healthcare Service. Welcome to our August edition of our vlog in which we highlight the August awarenesses that are happening this month. I'm joined this month by James. He's our exercise physiologist. Hi James, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, thanks for having me.
No worries. For those that might not know you yet, I mean, you've been here a little while now and most people would probably know you, but just for those that don't, do you want to tell the community a little bit about yourself?
Yep, so I'm James MacAuslan. I'm the exercise physiologist here at Timberland District Health Service. I've been here for about 12 months now, so it's my job to prescribe exercise to treat and manage the symptoms of chronic illness. So I see people with long-term health conditions. It could be diabetes, it could be post-heart attack, post-stroke, all those sorts of issues. I also see people for injury rehabilitation. I also oversee the exercise groups that go on here at Timberland District Health Service. I'm here 5 days a week. I currently live in Warrnambool, so I travel over each day. Yeah, that's about it.
You local born or?
No, so born and bred in Wagga Wagga up in New South Wales.
Right.
I actually moved here from Hamilton, so I've been in the area for around about 7 years now.
Yep.
I moved down from Canberra, so I was working at Canberra Hospital previously and ended up down in the Western District and in Hamilton just to try and build their exercise physiology service there at the hospital.
Yep.
And then my partner, who I met down here, was from Warrnambool. She always wanted to move back to Warrnambool, and that's how I ended up here in Timboon.
There you go, yeah. Coming all together.
Yeah.
And you're loving it here?
Yeah, it's a beautiful area.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
The only thing I was worried about was the drive to work.
Yes.
When I was working in Hamilton, I could get up out of bed and walk to the hospital in about 5 minutes.
Right.
So that was quite easy,
yeah.
But I'm actually really enjoying the drive. It's pretty cool to be able to drive along the Great Ocean Road to work every morning.
Yeah, it is,
yeah, it's very great.
It's part of winding down, I think.
It is, yeah, it's quite good once I get home and I've forgotten about work.
Yeah,
which is good.
exactly,
yeah, yep.
Exactly. I used to do the opposite, so I know about the travel to and from Warrnambool, and yeah, it's just a winding down, and by the end of that, you're just good to relax and yeah, good. That's great. Now I've asked you to join me because there are a few health awarenesses within August that definitely, I mean, a lot has got to do with exercise and activities, but these ones can definitely help with doing exercises, and one of them is OCD and Anxiety Awareness Week, which is in August, and exercise can definitely help with regards to anxiety, can't it, James?
Absolutely. So there's really good research around exercise, particularly in managing the symptoms of anxiety and depression. I guess it's hard to put numbers on, what you should be doing, how long you should be doing it.
Yeah.
Most of the research around exercise and managing the symptoms of depression shows that longer duration of exercise is better than short, I guess, small bursts during the day.
Yep.
Generally, you want to try and focus as well on higher intensity exercise rather than light intensity. It really just depends on if you can manage that.
Yeah, okay.
So moderate to higher intensity exercise will have a better effect on those symptoms.
Yep.
Most important thing to remember though is it's not about being fit. You will actually see the biggest improvement from going from inactive to moderately active.
Yeah, yeah.
Important to remember that any sort of exercise, any duration of exercise is going to have a vast effect on your mental health and your physical health. We know that with anxiety and depression particularly, there's a lot of other health issues that go along with that, particularly related to inactivity.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, it doesn't have to be much, but just
no, it doesn't have
little
to be
bit
a lot.
of...
Ideally, you want to try and meet your exercise guidelines, which is around about 30 minutes a day of some form of physical activity. Most important thing is to try and find something that you enjoy doing. If you don't like running, don't run. Yeah,
so important, isn't it? Because you want to sustain it.
100%, yeah. You need to be motivated to at least continue some form of activity. If you're not motivated, you'll do it for a week and then you'll stop.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, if you can find a sustainable exercise program, you will notice those benefits, particularly on your mental health. You will notice the self-esteem improvements. You'll notice the improvements in your confidence.
Yeah.
And you will feel more relaxed. It can also be really helpful for sleep.
Yeah, okay, yep. Well, I guess being active, you can...
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're getting tired and... Yeah, which we're talking about in one of the winter wellness videos as well that we're doing. With Amanda, she talks about the sleep, which is how important activities and a bit of exercise is to get you in that body clock.
Yeah.
And National Stroke Week is from the 8th till the 14th of August. And again, you know, with rehab that we do and exercise is very important, and probably to prevent, with regards to preventing, but also after a stroke, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So most of the research around stroke will show that exercise, if you're meeting your exercise guidelines, it reduces your risk of stroke by around about 27%.
Wow.
Which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Once a person is then obviously affected by stroke, so regular exercise and physical activity plays a really big part in that post-stroke recovery.
Yep.
I guess the type of exercise differs a little bit as to what we were previously talking about. Fatigue can be a really big factor post-stroke.
Yeah, okay.
So shorter bouts of exercise can be really, really helpful. Keeping in mind that it's obviously a cumulative effect. So, you know, you can do 2, 3, 4, 5 bursts of exercise during the day. You'll get the same amount of benefit as you will from trying to go for 30 minutes. Obviously, fatigue is a big factor.
Yeah.
Post-stroke, it's something you have to work back to. Obviously, you're really trying to focus on getting back to where you were before, you know, improving your cardiovascular health, improving your mobility, and that might be as simple as helping you return to walking, you know, helping you get back to your daily living activities, you know, improving your balance, improving your coordination, all those sorts of things.
Yeah, very important. Yeah, that's the thing too, isn't it? Often with stroke, it is getting just back to that same level, not a higher level.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, so it's interesting that different exercises help for different conditions.
Yeah, 100%.
Healthy bones are very important, not only when we're older, but at any stage of life. Exercise, again, really good for getting healthy bones.
Yeah, definitely. So it's interesting with exercise and bone health. So obviously exercise is very important in maintaining a good bone density as you get older. Obviously there's always going to be some sort of age-related bone loss.
Yeah.
Interesting thing to remember is all exercise is not created equal in regards to bone density. So it really does need to be specific types of exercise.
Right.
Walking, for example, is not a high impact activity, so it's not going to do a lot for your bone density. The type of exercise you want to focus on is generally resistance training or something, essentially lifting a weight, something designed to try and put stress and strain through your muscles and bones.
Okay.
Also, some form of impact activity can be really helpful. It could be as simple as hopping up and down on the spot, skipping. Running's a really good example of some form of impact activity that will enhance your bone density. Obviously it becomes a little bit tricky sometimes when you get diagnosed with osteoporosis or you have a fracture or something like that.
Yeah.
That's where it's important to get guidance on an exercise program from a physiotherapist or an exercise physiologist.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't realise it actually had to be that certain exercise for that. That's great to know. Now, anything else that you would like to share with our community, just with regards to exercises or activities, and also what we kind of do here in the physio gym?
I guess as we're starting to move out of COVID restrictions, most of, if not all of the exercise programs are up and running again. We are still limited with the numbers that we can have in the gym.
Yeah.
But if anyone's interested in getting back into an exercise program, starting a new exercise program, contact reception. You don't necessarily need a referral to come and see either myself, the physiotherapist, or to come to an exercise group. If you have had any changes in your medical history though, it can be helpful to get an up-to-date medical history from your GP before you come along, or even just clearance to start an exercise program can be helpful for us. But other than that, we're up and running here. I'm here 5 days a week, and like I said, come and see us.
Yep, and then we've got Tracy.
Yes,
Tracy's
as well. Obviously in the gym as well. Yep.
Yep, and then Sarah the physio. So you've got the whole team there to to help with the different conditions. Yeah. Well, that's great. Thank you very much for helping me highlight some of these awarenesses during the month.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Winter is here, and we've been feeling cold, and winter wellness is very important. As I mentioned with James earlier, we have started a winter wellness little video series where different of our allied health specialists, including James, give a few tips about staying active, how important sleep is, looking after vulnerable people in the community, staying warm, diabetes. So there's a few good tips that you can use if you would like to. I also want to mention that National Meals on Wheels Day is on the 31st of August, and it's not only to highlight this important service for our community to get the Meals on Wheels and healthy and good meals that are being made in our kitchen, but it also highlights the important job our volunteers do within our community as well. They daily deliver the Meals on Wheels and do a fantastic job. So it's just kind of to remind that service as well. And if you feel like you want to contribute to that, please give me a call, and happy to explain a few of the volunteer opportunities we have here at the Healthcare Service where you might be able to help out just for even an hour a month if you would like to. So that's always good to know. And otherwise, just want to say, look after each other and look after yourself, both very important things. We've got a wonderful community, very resilient, and we look after each other, and stay safe and take care as we work together for a healthy community. Thanks, James.
Thanks a lot.